Hi, I'm Nick and this is the TBT channel, and welcome to this another radio controlled toy video. It's an unboxing and probably a building, and hopefully if the weather clears up for long enough, a maiden flight. Yes, it's another plane. I'm enjoying my radio controlled planes at the moment. If you've been watching the videos, you'll see that after failing at radio controlled planes over 10 years ago, I suddenly discovered that the new ones allegedly could be flown by anybody. And they're not wrong. They really are very simple to fly. So I've had a few very cheap ones and one still to my mind cheap. The most expensive one I've had so far is this one here, which is brushless. It's a very good scale model. It was under 100 quid with everything that you need in the box. And that's the most expensive one. This one came up on Banggood. It is currently, well, it's the end of November, and they had a Black Friday sale on Banggood, and this was reduced to, it's less than £80, which is okay because it's a little bit different to any I've had thus far. And if I can get it out of here, I will show you why. Now, it's not a make I've had before. It's by a company called Coolbank. But a lot of these Chinese manufacturers use generic electronics. So this has the same, I'm just throwing my glasses, hang on. Has the same 6-axis stability that I've been getting on the other models, which is what keeps it in the air. There's little gyros inside of the plane that if you have it in beginner mode, don't allow you to tip the plane over. You can't bank more than about that angle, and you can't rise more than that or dip more than that, so you can't completely lose control and plummet it out of the sky. And if you let go of all the controls, it just goes into flat, level, straight flight. It makes it very easy. Now, I have a thing for high wing trainers. I always have. I love, in real life and in models, flat wing trainers. My very first plane was this one here, which was a 50 quid model with everything that you needed in there, and it flies, and it is very easy to fly, and that's great. So I've got one like that, but different. This one's a more scale model, as you may be able to tell from the outside of the box. It's based on a, let me just get this right because I don't want to get the description wrong and upset people. A Piper J-3 Cub. Now, it is the military version, which makes it a different model. It's not a J-3. I think J-3 is only the civilian one. Tell me in the comments down below. I'm sure you'll know. But this one is a little bit bigger, whereas that one is a 550 millimeter wingspan. This one is 680 millimeters, and what I'm hoping is that it will be big enough to lift my little action camera. Now, this weighs 50 something grams. The plane itself is a 200 gram plane, so I'm asking it to carry 25% more weight, but I'm hoping we're going to be able to do that. And what appealed, this isn't a new model, this has been out for a little while, but what appealed to me about this one when I saw it on the internet was the look of it. As you can see there from the fuselage, it's got a clear canopy, it's got seats inside it, it's even got little panels, little instruments on the instrument panel inside of there. We've got engine bits on the outside of there, and it's, the paint scheme looks brilliant. Now, these aren't sports models. This isn't going to be a fast aeroplane. But these ones are ones I'm actually flying in the garden. So I want something that's going to handle slowly without dropping out of the sky, that I can just float around the garden on a calm evening or a calm day and enjoy it. So inside of the box, we've got a rather nice. Again, it feels nice. It's not nasty. It's a nice radio controlled unit. 2.4 gigahertz. All the ones I've been shown are 2.4. It doesn't appear to be anything behind that kind of stickery thing there. That's a bit boingy, but never mind. I can't remember if this is mode 1 or mode 2, but basically the left stick, yep, left, is the throttle and the rudder, and the right stick is the elevator and the ailerons, because this model, like all the others I've shown, even down to the 50 quid one, it's got elevators on it. So it's not just rudder control. You can do the bank and yank turning, which I prefer. I think it's quite good fun. So we've got the wing there, fuselage here, quite a nice set of wheels actually, with little springs on them. I don't know if they'll actually absorb much in the way of shocking landings, but I'll be able to find out soon enough. And a couple of tail fins to mount onto here as well. So I'm going to break out the reading glasses and start putting things together. I will edit bits out of this because you don't want to see all of it. We'll do an edited highlights, maybe even sped up. Let's get this thing built. First of all, let's get the instructions out. Bag of bits. Bag of screws. What is nice is that all the tools required to build the model are actually included in the box. So it may only be a cheap little screwdriver and a cheap little Allen key, but they're there. You don't have to go raking around in the workshop looking for them. Also comes with a charger, and it comes with a spare prop. The included battery is a 7.4 volt 2-cell 650 milliamp hour. Be interesting to see what flight time we get from that. It's quite a large model. I'm having to connect up the battery and the radio, as I need to wire in the servos for the ailerons. I've got the plugs there and the plugs here, but as I don't know which one's which, I've got to turn it on to wire it in to find out before fixing down the rear wing, fixing down the wing. At this point, before actually fixing the wing down, I could put a figure inside of there. Now this is 1/16 scale, which I need somebody about 4 or 5 inches tall to fly. I don't have anybody at the moment. I could do with a little character for in there. If you've got any ideas on something about 4 or 5 inches high character that we could put in there as a pilot, please let me know in comments and we'll see if we can find one. The struts for the wing use the same screw as the landing gear. So take these screws out again. To be fair, the instructions aren't very clear and the English isn't great. Okay, that's the landing gear and the wing on. Wow, that goes in quite a long way for now. With it being foam, it's a balancing act of pushing it in far enough or hard enough without overdoing it and damaging anything. But it would appear that we are there. We are in place. Still got some screws to put in. That's that. Let's wire it up and see if everything looks right. That's the system arming here. Now, when I switch on the radio, it should automatically bind. Twitch. arm the system. There we go. And there you can hear everything reacting to movement of the plane. That is the control surfaces on the plane fighting to keep it level with the gyros inside. I can switch that off there. Oh no, that's my dual rates. Okay, I've got dual rates, 6G, 6G plus, and 3D. So even in 3D, right, if it's gentle movement, it's not correcting it, but if it goes suddenly out of control, it doesn't like it. Whereas in full beginner's mode, even gentle movement moves control surfaces. In 3D, it doesn't. Now that beep there, with these ones, every single minute that it's switched on, it gives that little alarm, just so you can try and keep count of how long it's in the air. So there we go. That's him built. Need to take it out and test flight now. Now this is the problem. We've got Storm Herbert at the moment, so it's a little bit windy out there, so that's going to be difficult. But what I'm hoping to be able to do is mount that underneath the wing, or possibly underneath the fuselage. Might be better. I'll have a look and see where I'm going to be able to do that best. But it should be able to lift that. Now if we compare this 80 pounds model to this 50 pounds model, you can see quite a difference in the size. Oh, wingtip to wingtip on the deck like that. Quite a difference in size, but a hell of a difference in scale. Look, that really is quite a stunning looking plane for 80 quid with the radio. Everything you need to get it into the air. I'm having seen videos on this on the internet. I have great hopes that it is going to fly well, because they do look as if they fly well. If it's on this price and Banggood at the moment and you're after a trainer plane, then I suggest you get one of these. This is my second high wing trainer plane. The first one's behind me there. These are both copies of Roadword. These are both other versions of the top of the tree, really, when it comes to this in this size, is the E-Flight Timber. And the E-Flight Timber V, I think, is the very latest one. But that's 3 times the price of this. I will, thank you. I will be getting one of those at some point, and then we're going to have all 3 of them, you know, 50 quid, 80 quid and 250 pounds next to each other, and we'll see what the differences are. This may go out as a video as it is now. I may get a maiden flight in before I put this out. I don't know yet. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment below regardless. It may be 1 video, maybe 2, not sure yet, but thank you for watching. Goodbye.